Hi guys, welcome back to another video of GreatStack. Today in this video, we are going to create a quiz app using react.js. Here on my computer screen, you can see here we have one quiz app where we have one question and we have 4 options for this question. Out of these 4 options, one option is correct and other 3 are incorrect. So if I click on any option, let's click on the modem, which is the correct one. So it will become green. And now we cannot click on any other option. We can only click on this next button. So it will display the next question and another 4 options. For this question, the correct answer is Africa. But if I select the another one, let me click on Asia. So it will become red. It will also highlight the correct answer with green color. Again, we cannot change our selection. We have to click on next button. And let's give the answer for all other questions and click on next button. So it will display our score, which is you scored 3 out of 5. And if you want to restart this quiz again, we can click on reset button. So you can start the quiz again. We will create this quiz app with the help of react.js. So let's start this tutorial. First we will come to our desktop screen. And here we will open the terminal. Now we have to create a React project using the Vite package. So here we will type npm create Vite latest. Then press enter. Here we have to provide the name for our project. So it will be quiz app. After that we have to select the framework. So that will be React, and here we will select JavaScript. Now our project folder has been created. Now we will open this folder with VS Code editor. To open this folder in VS Code editor, here in this terminal we will type cd and the folder name, that is quiz app. After that, here we will type code dot. Then press enter. So it will open this project in VS Code editor. After that, we will open the integrated terminal. So here we will right click and select open in integrated terminal. Using this terminal, we will install the dependencies required for this project using this package.json file. So in this terminal, we will type npm install. Then press enter. Now all the dependencies has been installed in this project, and here you can see one folder with the name node_modules. After that, we have to run our React project. To run this project, here we will type the command npm run dev and press enter. Now our React project has been started on this address. So let's copy this one and open this in web browser. Or we can click on this link by holding the control key. So it will open this link in the web browser. So you can see our React project is successfully running in the web browser. Now we have to clear this default React project. To clean this, we will come back to the VS Code editor. And here we will come to src folder and open the app.jsx file. Here we will clean this file. Here we will type RAFCE. After that, we will delete this app.css file. Then we will delete this React logo. And in this public folder, we will delete this logo, which is in SVG format. After that, we will open the index.html file, and here we will rename the title. So our title will be quiz app. Then we will remove this link tag. Save this file. Now we will come to index.css file, and here we will clean this file. Now the React project has been cleaned. So you can see it is clear on the web browser and the title is quiz app. Now let me hide this terminal, and here we will create the folder structure for our project. So in this src folder, we will create a folder with the name components. So create a new folder and write the name components. In this components folder, we will create one component and their name will be quiz component. So here we will create a new folder and let's type the name quiz. In this folder, we will create a new file and the file name will be quiz.jsx. Now we have to convert this JSX file in component. For that we will use the RAFCE. Now we will create the CSS file for this component. So in this quiz folder we will create another file and the file name will be quiz.css. Now we will import this CSS file in quiz component. So here we will type import. And here we will provide the file path of the CSS file. So just add /quiz.css. After that, save this file. And now we will come to index.css file, and here we will set the margin 0 for all the elements. So here we will type star, and in this one we will type margin 0. And then save this file. Now the quiz component has been created in this component folder. Now we have to mount this component in app.jsx file. So come to app.jsx file, and here we will type opening arrow, and here we will add the name of our component, that is quiz. Then select this from the snippet. So after selecting it, this component has been imported in this second line, and then we will close it using slash and closing arrow. Now this component has been mounted in app.jsx file. Next we can remove this div. So we will remove this div. We will keep the opening and closing arrow only. Now save the file. Now we will design the HTML structure of our quiz component. So here in this quiz.jsx file, in this div we will add a class name. So I will add the class name container. Now in this div we will create one h1 tag, and in this h1 tag we will add the title, that will be quiz app. Save this. You can see this title on the web page. After this title, we will insert one HR tag to add one line. And after this HR, we will add the h2, and in this h2 tag, we will provide the question. So in this h2 tag, let me paste one question. And now for the option, we will use the unordered list, and here we will use UL and LI. So we will create 4 options. So we will create 4 LI tags. Let me copy and paste it again to create 4 options. And in these LI tags, we will add different options for this question. So we will type modem, router, LAN cable, and pen drive. Now we have question and we have 4 options. After this UL tag, we will create one button tag. So here we will type button, and in this one we will type next. The button text will be next. Using this button, we can move to the next question. After this button, we will create one div tag, and in this one we will display the question index. So here let's create one div with the class name index. In this div, we will type one of 5 questions. After that, save this file, and now we will come back to the browser. So here we have this title, then we have one question, and then 4 options, then next button, and here we have the index. Now we have to design this quiz app using the CSS properties. So we will come back to the code editor, and here we will open this quiz.css file. So first we will add the CSS properties for this container class name. So just copy this class name, add it here. Before adding the CSS properties for this container class name, we will add the CSS properties for body. So let's come to index.css file, and here we will type body, and for this body tag we will add height. So the height will be 100 VH, that will be viewport height, and after that we will provide the background image, and in this one we will add the linear gradient color. So here we have to add 2 color codes. So here we will type this first color code and second one. Now save this file, and you can see the gradient color on the complete web page. Now let's come to the quiz.css file, and here we will add the CSS properties for this container. Here we will provide width 640 pixels, then margin auto, margin top of 150 pixels, background will be white, and color this color code, display will be flex, flex direction column, gap of 20 pixels and border radius 10 pixels, padding 40 pixels and 50 pixels. After that we will save this file. So you can see the changes on the web page. Here we have the container in white color. Now we will add the CSS properties for this HR tag. So write this tag here. Before that we will add the class name container, then HR. And here we will add the CSS properties. So the height will be 2 pixels and border none, and background this color code. Save this. Now let's come back to the web page. So you can see this horizontal line after this main title. After that we will come back to the code, and here we will add the CSS properties for this h2 tag, that is the question. So here we will add dot container and h2. For this h2 tag we will increase the font size 27 pixels and font weight 500. Then save it. So you can see the increased font size for this question. After that we will add the properties for this options. So here we have the options in UL and LI. So we will add the CSS for these UL LI tags. So here we will add dot container UL LI. For this list we will add display flex, align items center, height will be 70 pixels, padding of 15 pixel from the left side, border of 1 pixel solid and this color code, border radius of 8 pixels and margin from the bottom 20 pixels, font size of 20 pixel and cursor pointer. After applying it, now come back to the web page. You can see these options are looking good. Now we will add the CSS properties for this next button. Now come to this CSS file, and here we will add dot container and button tag. So for this button we will add the CSS properties, that is margin auto, width of 250 pixels and height of 65 pixels, background this color code, then color white, then font size 25 pixels and font weight 500. Then we will add the border radius of 8 pixels and cursor pointer. After that save this file and come back to the web page. So you can see the next button is also looking good. Now we have to remove these extra padding from here. So let's come back, and in this index.css file, and here after this margin 0 we will add padding 0. Now save this file. Now the alignment for these options are good. Now we will add the CSS for this question index. So here we have this div with the class name index. So just copy this index class name and come to this quiz.css file. Here we will add .container.index. For this index, we will provide the margin auto, font size of 18 pixels. Save this file and now come back to the web page. Now you can see this index is in the center. Now in our project, we will add the custom fonts so that our project will look better. So for that, we will open new tab and here we will search for Poppins font. Open this link, that is Google font. On this web page, scroll and select this irregular 400. After that, just copy these link tags and come back to the VS Code editor and open index.html file and paste that link after this title. Just click on format document. Now you can see our link has been inserted here. Now we have to add the CSS for this Poppins font. To apply this one, let's come back to the index.css file and within this body tag we will add font family and here we will type Poppins. Now save this and save this HTML file also. After that, open the web page. Now you can see the Poppins font has been applied on complete web page. Now come back to the quiz.jsx file and before this question we will add one dot. Now the design for our quiz app is ready. Next we will add the functionality on this quiz app. To create that functionality, first let's come back to the desktop and here you can see we have one file data.js. Let's copy this file in assets folder. So just copy it, come to the project folder, then src, then assets, paste it here. Now we will open the VS Code editor and in this assets folder we have data.js file. In this file you can see we have added one array that we have exported using this export, and in this array we have different objects. So we have 5 objects for 5 questions. In this object we have question and 4 options, which is option 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we have answer, that is the correct answer for this question. Now we will use these questions in our quiz app. So let's come back to the quiz.jsx file. Here before this return we will create the state variables. So here let's create let and write the variable name index and we will add this setter function name setIndex equal to use state and we will initialize it with 0. 0 index means we are on the first question. So after that we will create the question state variable where we will add the questions according to index number. So here we will type let and write the name of the state variable, that is question, and we will add the setter function setQuestion equal to use state, and in this one we will provide the question object. For that we will import the data array in this quiz app. So here we will add import data, select this from snippet. Now it has been imported. Now in this use state we will use this data array. So we will type data and here we will provide the index number, that is index. Suppose our index number is 0, so this question object will be loaded in this question state. So in this question variable, we have the question using this data array. Using this question variable, we will display the question. So first, we will remove this number, and here we will use curly braces, and in this one we will provide the index plus 1. So if the index is 0, so it will display question number 1. After that, we will remove this hard-coded question, and here we will provide the question using this question state variable. So here we will use curly braces and we will type question dot question. Similarly, we will add the options in these 4 options using this question variable. So remove these options, and here we will type curly braces. Then we will provide question dot option 1. Let's copy it and add it in other options. Here we will replace the option number, that is option 2, 3 and 4. After that, save this file. Now we will come back to the web browser. So you can see, still we can see that question, but these questions and options are coming using this question state. If our index becomes 2 and save it, so you can see it is displaying the question number 3. If I change it, set it as 1, so you can see it is displaying the question number 2, and we have the different options. Now we will add the functionality to click on these options. So for that, we will create one arrow function, and the name will be check answer. So we will type const check answer arrow function. In this arrow function, we will take 2 parameters, that will be element and answer. After that, we will check if the answer we have selected and the answer of the question is same, then we will add the class name on this element, that will be correct. If the answer is incorrect, then we will add another class name, that is wrong. So here we will type if, and here we will add a condition question dot answer equal to answer. Then here we will add that element dot target dot class list dot add, and here we will add correct class name. Then we will add else if the answer is incorrect. Let's copy and paste it here, and here we will add another class name, that is wrong. After that, we will add this function on these options. So just copy this one, and in these li tags, we will add on click, and here we will pass one arrow function. Here we will pass this element and call that function, that is check answer. And here we will provide the element parameter. Then we have to provide the option number. So the option number is 1. Here we have option number 2. This is 3. This is 4. After that, we will add the properties for these CSS class name. So here we will add the CSS properties. In this CSS file, we will add dot correct, and for this correct class name, we will add the background, this color code, then border color, this color code. After that, we will add the CSS properties for this wrong class name. Here we will type wrong class name, and here we will add the background and border color. After that, save this CSS file, and now if I click on option 1, this check function will be executed. Then this li tag will be passed as an element, and here we have passed the option 1. So these parameters will be received here. If the answer is same as the correct answer, then we will add the correct class name. If it is not matching, then we will provide the wrong class name. After that, save it and come back to the quiz app. So the correct answer is Africa, and if I click here, you can see it becomes green. Reload this web page. If I click on Asia, that is the incorrect answer, so it becomes red. If I click on the correct answer, the background becomes green, but the border is not becoming green. To solve this one, let's come back, and before this correct class name, we will add dot container, and here also we will add dot container. Then save this file. Now again open the quiz app and let's click on the wrong answer. You can see it becomes the red and the border is also red. If I click on the correct one, you can see it becomes green and the border is green. Now we have one problem, that is when I clicked on any option, again we can click on the another option. So this is the problem, we can only click on one option. To solve this problem, we will come back and come to this quiz.jsx file, and here we will create one lock state. Using that we can lock our answers. So here we will type let, and we will add the name for this state variable lock, and we will add the function setLock equal to use state, and here we will initialize it with false. After that, we will wrap this condition in a if statement. So here we will add if, and here we will add the condition. So let's type if lock equal to false. If the lock is false, then only these options will be executed. So just cut and paste it in this if condition. If the lock is false, then only these options will be selected, and after selecting the option, we will make the lock true. So here let's add setLock true. Similarly, in this else condition also we will add the setLock true. So whenever we will select any option, the lock will become true and we cannot select another option. So let's check this logic on the web page. So let's reload the web page, and if I click on the correct answer, so it becomes green, and now if I try to click on another one, you can see nothing is happening because we have already selected the Africa and the lock has become true, so we cannot select any other option. Here we have selected the correct answer, it becomes green. Now we will add the functionality. So if you will click on the wrong answer, the correct answer will be highlighted. For that, let's come back. We will create 4 reference variables. Let option 1 equal to useref, and we will initialize it with null. Now let's create another 3 copies, and here we will add the name option 2, 3 and 4. We have 4 options here, and now we will add one array for these options. So we will type let option array equal to, and we will create one array. So in this option array, we will add option 1, option 2, option 3 and option 4. After that, using this option array, we will highlight the correct answer whenever we will click on the wrong answer. So if the answer becomes wrong, that is in this else condition, so here we will use the option array, and in this array we will use question dot answer ans. Here we will get the answers of the question, but the index starts from 0 and the question's answer starts from 1. So here we will add -1. So we will get the reference of the correct answer. And now on this reference we will add .current.classList, and here we will add the class name, and the class name will be correct. So we have added the logic that will add the correct class name on the correct option. Now we will link the references in this li tags. So here we will use ref equal to, and here we will provide option 1, option 2, option 3 and option 4. Now our references has been linked with li tags. Now save this file and now open the web browser and reload this quiz app, and the correct answer is Africa. If I click on Asia, you can see the wrong answer becomes red, and it is also highlighting the correct answer with green color. Next we have to add the functionality on the next button. So let's come back to the code file, and here we will create one add function that will be next. So let's add const next is equal to add function. We will use this next function to change the question. Before that we will create one score state where we will store the number of correct answers. So here we will add let score, and the setter function name will be setScore equal to use state, and we will initialize it with 0. So whenever the answer will be correct, we will increase the score by 1. So in this check answer, within this if condition, we will add setScore, and here we will pass previous score, and here we will return previous score plus 1. Now save it, and here in this index we will add curly braces index plus 1, and here we have to display the total number of questions. So here we will type data dot length. In our data we have 5 questions, so we will get 5, and if the index is 0, it means we are on the question number 1. So here we will get 1. Now we will create the logic for the next button. So first we have to create the functionality that if we have not clicked on any option, this next button will be disabled, and as we will click on any option, this next button will become clickable. For that, in this next button, we will check if lock is true. If the lock is true, it means we have selected any option. Now we can click on the next button. So here we will add one logic. Using that we will change the index and display the next question. So first we will use setIndex, and here we will increase the index by 1. So here we will add ++ index. After adding this, index will be increased by 1 and it will be stored in the state. After that, we will add set question. As the index will get updated, using that index we will set the question. So here we will add data, and in this one we will provide the new index. Now the question will be updated. After that, we have to change the set lock so that it will become clickable. So we will add set lock false. So we can select on any option. Now we have to link this next function in this next button. So here we will type on click, and here we will provide next function. Now save it. Now we will set the index 0 so that the first question will be visible when we will open the web page. So here we will set index 0. So the question will start from 1. So right now it is displaying the first question. If I select the correct answer, it becomes green. Now we will click on next. And the previous selection is already displaying here. So to remove this one, let's come back, and in this next function, here after setting this set lock false, we will add option array, and for this option array we will add map and we will pass the individual options. And from here we have to remove the class name, that is correct class name and wrong class name. So we will add option dot current dot class list dot remove. So first we will remove the wrong class name, and after that we will remove the correct class name also. So copy and paste it again, and here we will add correct, and after that we will add return null. Now save this file. Now come back to the quiz app and reload this quiz app. And here if I click on any option and click on next button, now the option selection has been reset. Now check this quiz till the last question. Now we are on the 5th question and we have total 5 questions in our data. Now if I click on next button, the quiz app will disappear. To fix this one, we have to create one stage variable and the name will be result. So here we will add let result, and the setter function name will be set result equal to use state, and we will initialize it with false. After that, in this next button, we will add a condition. So let's add if. We will provide the condition that will be if the index is data length -1. In this case, the set result will be true. And after making it true, we will return 0 so that it will not execute the remaining statement. Now save it and let's submit this quiz. Now we are on the 5th question, and if I click on next, nothing is happening here, but in the background this set result has become true. That was false. So using this state, we will hide these question options, next button and index, and we will display the result. For that, here in this code file, in this container class name, after this HR tag, we will add one ternary operator. So let's add curly braces, and here we will check result. If the result is true, we will provide the empty tag, and if the result is false, then we will provide this remaining tags. So here we will use this empty tag, and within this tag we will move all these elements. Move it in this tag. After that, save this file. Now come back to the quiz app, reload this, and here we have the first question. Let's select on any option, then next, another option, next, select one option and next, then again click on next. We are on the last question. If I click on the next, you can see the result state has become true and the question and options has been removed. Now we have to display the result. For that, here we will create one h2 tag, and in this h2 tag we will type use code, and here we will provide the score state, curly braces. In this one we will type score, then we will add out of, then here we will add curly braces, and we will add the data.length. After this h2 tag, we will create one reset button. So here we will add one button tag, and here we will add the button text, that is reset. Now save it, and now come back to the web page. Now we have you scored 5 out of 5 and reset button. Reload this. Now we have the quiz app, and here we have the score, that is 0. So we have to hide it. So here we will use the ternary operator. So first we will check if the result is true. It means we have to display this result. So we will create one empty tag and move this two tags in this empty tag. If the result is true, then only it will display the h2 tag and this button. And if the result is false, we will simply provide the empty tag. Now save it. Now the result screen has been removed, and if I select the options and click on next button, and if I click on next when we are on the last question, so it will display the score and reset button. Now we have to add the logic for this reset button. When we will click on the reset button, the quiz will start from the first question. So let's come back, and here we will create one arrow function. The name will be reset. So here we will add const reset equal to one arrow function. In this reset function, first we will reset the index. So just add set index 0. Then we have to add the set question, and here we will set question number 1, that is data, and the element number 0. After that we have to reset the score. So we will add set score, and the score will be 0. After that we have to reset the lock. So we will add set lock. It will be false. Now we have to reset the result also. So we will add set result, and here we will provide false. Now we have reset all the state. Next we have to link this reset function with the reset button. So in this button tag we will add onClick property, and here we will provide reset function. Save this, and now we will come back to the web page. If I click on any option and click on the next button, so right now we are on the score. You scored 3 out of 5 and we have the reset button. If I click on this reset button, you can see it is starting the quiz from the first question. Now we have successfully created the quiz app using the React.js. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Please like and share this video and also subscribe this channel GreatStack. Thank you so much for watching this video.